when you think about BMF as a brand, right, and you think about everybody that made money off of BMF, the brand, you don't think about nobody from BMF. Shit, at this point, not even Meech, because with the Tammy shit, like, I don't know what Meech got. Maybe Lil Meech got some money for acting or whatever, but as far as the money that's coming back from that, the money go to Tammy. All right, so now look, from way back in the day, you got, let's say the first bad decision was this. After the shooting of Wolf in Atlanta, 3 days after that, Meech got locked up. Okay, or like 2 or 3 days after the shooting, Meech got locked up. Okay, a couple days after he was locked up, he called a shot to the streets to all of us and say, "Hey, everybody from BMF, go back where you from." You know what I'm saying? Like, get up out of here. It's hot. We got to figure out what's going on with this shit, and then once we get a hold of it and figure it out, then we'll come figure out when we all coming back and convene again and be back together down there. So wherever state you from, we had people from different states that was with us. So whatever state you from, just go back to your state until we call everybody back. All right, bet. So now, me and all my niggas from LA, we go back to LA. So when we go back to LA, I had just started. Now look, I had just started a 45-day studio session, $45,000 session, 45 days with Curtis at Patchwork. And on the third day of the session, the studio happened. The fifth day of the session, I was on the plane. We was all on the plane on the way back to LA. Like the sixth day of the session, I guess, would have been the next day when I got to LA and I'm trying to handle the music business that we got going on or that I got going on. I make a call. I have Jeezy stay in the studio and keep recording. I don't stop the session or pause it or no shit like that. I have Jeezy keep recording. So if Jeezy keep recording, a few days go by, well, however much time, a couple weeks go by, they ended up letting Meech out on a bond, I guess it was a bond or whatever before they ended up dropping the charges or whatever. They had him on house arrest. And that's when you guys see the Raw report, and he got the all white on, and he like, man, all this is about Bleu Davinci. If Bleu Davinci don't make it, we don't want to make it. I wish I could be there tonight, but somebody will holler at me in the morning and blah, blah, blah. When he did that interview, that's when he was on house arrest with this anklet. And during this time, even if you watch that Raw report, it'll show you where Jeezy was at with us at the time. I was just introducing Jeezy to everybody as far as being with BMF at the time. So it wasn't at a point where he was close with Meech prior to the shooting. He was close with me and whoever, like other people that rap or whatever around the BMF shit. But all the niggas that was on, we Black Mafia family. They looked at rappers and shit like, oh, no, them rap niggas fucking with Blue. So they kind of shun niggas per se. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Until a nigga blow up, then they all try to jump on the nigga dick. But in the beginning, like, they the big gangsters and you a rapper. That's kind of how the stigma is. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I tell the nigga Jeezy, stay in the studio and record. And whenever we come back, nigga, we gonna start dropping the tapes and blah, 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 blah. Now, this is my label, my company. I didn't pay for the studio time. My engineer in there, I didn't hire the whole staff, but I just left it running and left cuz in there recording. Now, when they let Meech out on motherfucking house arrest, Meech hit my phone. Hey, Blue, man, I ain't got nobody to do no running for me or do shit, man. I need me some weed, some motherfucking double stacks, nigga. I need some bitches from the club up here, nigga. I need something to drink up here, nigga. I got this anklet on. I can't leave the house. I'm like, all right, let me call somebody. So I found all I got is really Jeezy to call because everybody else really gone or laying low because they don't know what's going on after these murders. But Jeezy in the studio every day right there. I talk to him all the time. So, boom. Calling there like, bro, dude needs you to come up there and be doing some shit. Go to the club, nigga, and give you some bread and shit. Go to the club and bring girls back and all the shit, bro. He just needed to come up to the house. He's like, all right, bet. So he came up to the house. And when he went up to that house, that's when they developed a real close friendship during them next few weeks or whatever have you. And this is also the same time where Jeezy signed all the record deals. So if anybody that know about BMF or anybody that like might even jump in your comments that say, man, Blue ain't lying, I remember this time or I remember this, they'll remember me saying that anytime you would ask Meech back then something about music or entertainment or whatever, he would always put you off to me. Like, man, shit, bro, you gotta ask Blue. I don't know nothing about that music shit, man. Whatever going on with that music shit, ask Blue. That's his field. And you talking about this other shit or whatever, nigga, then, man, hey, he'll make a little dough. He might be able to holler at me, but all that music shit, holler at Blue, right? That would be his pitch to any person that would be asking him about that shit for a certain, especially during this time. So, while Jeezy was in my session and making the music, you had like the labels was in Atlanta, all in the studios trying to figure out what was the next thing. You know, BMF was bubbling and shit already, so they was already coming in there when I would be in the studio before I had even started this session. But I was still putting everything together and trying to get the people and the components together and create the music and then release the music, and then we could have something to talk to these labels about, because that's the point I was at, of us all starting to record together at the beginning, okay? But we had the hype. We was already in the club throwing the money around. Everybody already knew who we were. We was popping. So when the labels come in, they're like, oh, this that BMF shit. We got the A-room. Birdman didn't even have it at the time. He was mad at Curtis and shit because Curtis gave me the room. But, you know, Curtis from Carson and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know the nigga from Razzcast and all of the shit from back in the day. So, of course, my family, he gonna give me the shit anyway. Plus, we paying. So, boom. While Jeezy in that room, he then linked with Jazzy Faye, which is in the room, end up being in the beat room next door doing a bunch of beats for Birdman. And that's how he get the Boys in the Hood deal with Jazzy Faye, Puff, and motherfucking Block, right? So the Boys in the Hood, a one-off deal. But at the same time, Coach K and them start entertaining motherfuckers from Def Jam that's walking into my session. Oh, man, what y'all doing in here? Who was this? So Jeezy got Coach K, Kinky B, his people that were doing his own business and turned it into their shit, and they working a deal for themselves. But simultaneously, every night when he leave the studio, he going up and fucking with Meech at the crib. So he telling them shit, oh man, they talking about giving a nigga a deal and shit. And Meech like, yeah, shit, nigga, just don't put my name on that shit, nigga, do that shit, nigga, it's finna be on. So he's looking nigga like, it's finna be on, like, damn. All right, like, hell yeah, bro, I'm gonna let you know what happened if we do it or not. He's like, hell yeah. He on his pills, rolling niggas around and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, next thing you know, bro, I get a call from Jeezy, and Jeezy like, nigga, I just did it for the fam, nigga. I'm like, did what for the fam, nigga? He like, nigga, I just signed a Def Jam and Puff, nigga. Bro, I got 2 record deals at one time, nigga. It's just shit finna go down, nigga. I'm like, what? What you mean? I'm like, when? Like, how, bro? I only been gone 3 weeks, nigga. Like, goddamn. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, nigga? You already signed? I'm like, hold on, let me call you back. I call Meech. I'm like, bro, what's up? This nigga talking about he done signed record deals and all this shit. What's up? He's like, yeah, man, nigga signed the Def Jam. I'm like, huh? And now I'm talking to Zah, so I'm like, I'm confused as fuck. I'm like, how? I'm like, when? I'm like, who's a part of the deal? How much was it for? Like, when did it happen? Who signed it? Like, did you get money? Like, where we at? I'm like, I'm confused as fuck, bro. You feel me? And then it just came to some shit like, yeah, nigga, you signed a deal. Like, damn, nigga, you sound like you mad. I'm like, what? He's like, nigga, damn, nigga. He's like, nigga, don't you got houses and cars and shit, nigga? You straight, nigga. You get anything you want. That's how Meech get at me. Like, damn, nigga. I'm like, oh my God, bro, this nigga can't be this fucking retarded, bro. He can't be, bro. Like, as smart as he is in these streets, bro, he can't be like this on regular life, bro. It can't be true. I know this nigga just ain't allowed this young nigga to motherfucking sign away from us, bro, while he been sitting here with this nigga day in, day out, while this nigga been in my fucking studio session every motherfucking day. Flexing like he's a big BMF nigga or something. Hold on, cuz I know this ain't happening. And so then, you know, Meech with his influence, yeah, nigga, Jeezy got signed. All the homies like, what? Oh, yeah, nigga, it's on. I'm looking at everybody like, so don't nobody understand that we have been cut out of all the money, so anything legal that we would have been doing, I guess, for the next 1 to 2 years, nigga might as well keep on doing what he's doing now, huh? You know, ain't nobody looking at it like that but me. Yes, because then nobody else do the music and shit but me. I was the only nigga. Until I start adding artists like Jeezy and shit like that to the situation. All the rest of these niggas do what Meech got them doing. I'm the nigga that do all the music and shoot the videos and go to the studio and record and do all of the shit. So everybody else felt like they was on BMF, no ENT. You gonna hear a nigga like Ooh and some certain, even though he did ENT, but not for BMF. That was for the Folky label, for his people label. But you gonna hear niggas that be saying they from BMF to separate themselves from whoever was supposed to be doing music with BMF and show that we don't do music. Like, that was the dumbest shit I seen niggas do ever. Them niggas go publicly basically to say, nigga, we ain't rappers, we drug dealers. Like, that shit was dumb as fuck. No ENT was the dumbest shit that I seen them niggas try to create out of that BMF shit, to me. Because it's just purporting that you don't do no music, you Black Mafia family, you do the other shit that they talking about, basically. Like, that's what's going on. Like, that makes you cool, I guess. At that time, how people felt. Nigga, we ain't no rappers. Like, nigga, we the real gangsters. Like, that makes you the nigga if you're not the rappers. But see, me, I'm trying to add the artists and shit to the shit because I know where we going. I know the kind of money I got to work with to market this shit. I've been around these rappers and all this shit for long enough to see what I'm into. I understand the marketing and how the shit works. And I'm on the way of doing it. That's why you know all these people like Meech and all that. Didn't nobody worldwide know what Meech looked like or what he sounded like until I started putting him in front of cameras. Anyway, but so boom, the nigga signs all the deals. You can see in the Raw report, like at the beginning of the Raw report is split. We start filming it when I started the first day of the studio session. Then the shooting happened, so we stopped filming the Raw report. Then when we came back, we start filming again. But by the time we came back, Jeezy already had the record deals. I felt like, goddamn, now I got to rush, and I ain't fucking with no more artists, nigga. I'm just going to put all the money behind myself, nigga, because I'm not going to fuck myself, nigga, and now I got to do it all on my own. So it kind of backtracked me. All the 2 years that it took for us, or however long we was fucking with Jeezy to get him to that point where people knew who he was, instead of promoting it for myself, I'll promote it all for him. But now he done ran off with all the glory and signed with Coach K and Kinky B with his own label to Def Jam. And left us out, but he kicking it with Meech every day. Like, yeah, nigga, we cool, we best friends. Like, you ain't never get no money from none of this shit. What? That's what was really going on. But Meech couldn't really never see it, I guess. Like, he just thought that the nigga was so cool that he was just gonna give him millions of dollars and shit. And you know what I'm saying, one day or something because he knows the truth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Which in business, you already know that shit ain't gonna never happen. And just look how successful that young brother went off to be. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, he one of my babies out of a lot of people that I done birthed out here in these streets. And I'm proud of the nigga Jeezy's success and all of that shit. But I'm not proud of the decision that Meech made while him and Jeezy had that one-on-one time and he knew that he was getting ready to sign them deals and he didn't make me aware of none of the shit and interject and make sure that I was at least at the table to make sure that we was in the position we were supposed to be in that situation. I mean, he wouldn't have had to do no talking because he wouldn't have known what to say to nobody, but he's supposed to at least be like, hey, man, that nigga Jeezy talking about they finna give him a record deal, boy, you better hurry up and get back here now. Now it's time for you to come back. They talking about giving Jeezy a deal. He told me to come back, nigga, way after. It was a long time after that. Jeezy had been had his deal. And everybody knew and all that shit. And then he's like, all right, y'all niggas come back now. And so then we all come back. But by the time I come back, my hands is tied against my motherfucking back. Now I got to start all over, go create all new records and all this shit. All these niggas up Jeezy ass. So I'm basically going to do all this shit all by myself. I'm showing that I'm not fucking with this nigga Jeezy. Even in the Raw report, you see it. I say it on the Raw report. All this shit is documented, bro. Can't nobody say I'm lying or none of that. Cause nobody went through it but me. Jeezy have to get up here and say I'm lying. Then I'll pull up the video and then show you. Like, nigga, look right here. Where I say, I'm not fucking with this nigga. And he put his arm around me and my hands is like both on my side. And I ain't fucking with the nigga in real life. But I know what I kind of got to do for the video and what I'm marketing and promoting. I still got to use what I can for what I'm doing. I understand that part of the business. But in real life, I'm not fucking with this nigga for real. And he like, oh, this nigga mad at me and shit. Yeah, we probably gonna have to go in the studio and do some diss records against each other, but then we'll come out and hug. And when you see that part, it's all flex and flaw because the bitch ass nigga know he wrong. And if you read his body language and you watch the shit, you gonna know what I'm saying is true. You gonna be like, boy, that nigga blew a dog. You gonna be like, that nigga ain't lying. You can see how the nigga moving and bouncing around with his little goofy ass look. And I'm like, I ain't even look. I'm looking at the camera like, fuck this nigga. And so even when I introduced him to the city of Atlanta at the big BMF Entertainment label launch party that I did and flew in all the program directors from everywhere and did all that. That wasn't Jeezy doing none of that shit. That was me doing all that shit when I put him on that stage and introduced him to a city that he already lived in. That was me putting all that shit on. That was us out there lit with the ice sculptures and the niggas with all the ice, with all the horns and the records that the people were singing in the club. And Jeezy was on a couple of them, but that was all my shit at that time. The people didn't know Jeezy hadn't blew yet because he ain't dropped the records through the niggas on the inside knew he had the record deal, but he hadn't dropped the records, nigga, on Def Jam yet to blow in the city like that. He was still getting hot, but everybody still was respecting his handle from being with BMF. Point in case is, Meech fumbled the whole Jeezy shit. Okay? Meech fumbled the whole Jeezy shit, bro, because it happened on his time. See, Jeezy ain't signed all the record deals while I was in Atlanta, and I was in my studio every day, and he was there with me. It didn't happen like that. It happened while Meech was on house arrest, and Jeezy was going up there feeding him whatever information he was feeding them every night and bringing them the double stacks and the weed and the drink and the bitches from Magic City and shit, and throwing the money of the ones and shit and throwing them around to the bitches, having a ball, get high and shit. That's what was important. And not the future of all these niggas that's running around doing all this shit that they didn't went to prison for now. Okay? And that's what was on my mind. Because remember, y'all, I wasn't no big drug dealer, none of that shit when I met Cuz. Nigga, I was already in entertainment. I never claimed to be no big drug dealer. I might have sold some crack and shit before I was a young nigga in the hood and all that. But I ain't no big drug dealer, nigga. I've been in movies and shit since I was 18. Nigga, gang banging to movies, nigga, to fucking with Meech and them. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? So all that other shit on entertainment, that's why DJ Pooh put me with Meech. To do all that, because Meech them didn't know what they were doing when it came to that. They just knew what they were doing when it came to what they did. You know what I'm saying? So he fumbled on that. Now, you look at Rick Ross. Meech gave an okay for Rick Ross to do the BMF record. But look, it's titled BMF, and it's basically about Meech and his crew, or he think he Big Meech, and it's an acronym laid off the foundation of the marketing and the blood, sweat, and tears, and niggas that didn't died, and the motherfucking niggas that didn't went to prison from BMF, from Ross. Even when I came home, Ross was charging me and doing shit with me. He'd do a song for free, charge me for a video. I wasn't complaining because I was trying to get what I could get. But did I still feel like, you know, niggas being able to get 100, 200 million off a worldwide tour, off a record called BMF? Is what's supposed to be happening, and then the boss of the shit cool with it and sanctioning the shit, so it's cool. So can't nobody that's from BMF really say nothing about it. Hold on, my killers is going crazy. Hey, nigga, I'm still here, bro. Chill out. They walked out, not me. God damn. Y'all act like it's a fucking raid. I hope y'all be like that when them niggas pull up too. Yeah, so. He fumbled. I feel like he fumbled that Rick Ross shit because so much money was made there, bro. And personally, I'm gonna just speak hypothetically and personally. Hypothetically, personally, if it was me that had that power over the BMF situation at them point in times, then I would have made sure that I entered into some kind of agreement where monies would have been dispersed to set individuals, to certain individuals from the proceeds or whatever it was that was going on. Out of all this shit that niggas ever used BMF for, do y'all think they just let you use Mickey Mouse whenever you want to? And then Walt Disney Corporation just say, yeah, y'all can use Mickey. No, nigga, you can't sell nothing with Mickey on it, nigga. Unless you got some kind of clearance from Disney,
nigga.
Nigga.
Have a license for that.
You gotta, bro, Meech was just sanctioning shit with the word of mouth because he the boss. Yeah, man, go ahead and do that shit. Oh, yeah, you heard that shit? Yeah, man, that shit called. Everybody's calling me about it. That's the payment, is the notoriety, I guess. I never was in entertainment for that. I understand how this business works. I understand how monies are accumulated. And I understand how contractually you could be tied into a point system inside of entertainment, bro, that keeps all kind of families that hold these points and shit fed for the rest of their life, my nigga. At least something coming to the table. You got a plethora of niggas that was there with me during the time that made him popular. Okay? Remember, he was doing what he was doing, nigga, since the D, nigga, in the 80s or whenever he started doing what he's doing, but he wasn't no worldwide household name, bro. He became a worldwide household name after he did these certain amount of years with this certain band of people. Okay? And it was, and that revolution was televised at that time via DVDs and, you know, my Smack DVDs and whatever we was doing, getting magazines and showing up in clubs and, you know, showing and proving, putting in the work actually on the street, not just saying it on the internet. This is how he got popular. But that band of people that supported each other, not just him, but each other through that shit, they have received not a benefit from anything that has had to do with the BMF shit, period. You gotta remember, bro, I mean, sad to say, and not taking no shots or nothing, but T-Side denounced BMF, nigga, when we was out there in Atlanta getting it in and making a name for the shit. Okay? They turned into 263. They told everybody, nigga, don't call us BMF, that's them niggas. That's they shit. We 263. They got all their tattoos branded. I'm talking about rebranded. They sell all the clothes, merchandise, weed companies, everything turned into 263 because they was rebranding. They didn't jump back over until that movie shit became official and then T became involved with it and shit. Then they back was on some BMF shit every once in a while saying it. Them niggas really don't be claiming BMF still, to be honest with you. That shit just for hype and clout, where they fuck with the BMF name tag. To be honest, if we gonna be honest and put the shit on the floor, T and them didn't fuck with us while we was in Atlanta doing that shit we was doing. They ridiculed us. They said we was doing too much. We gonna be the reason why everybody got fucked up. The LA niggas with them was gonna tell. This was all the words that was being said back while all the shit was going on. Meech didn't give a fuck. He was just having a ball outside with his group of people that all agreed to get out there and do the same thing with each other. You know what I'm saying? And nigga just jumped on his program. All right, you got the vision. This nigga got the entertainment and talent vision. Boom, put them shits together and we gonna work our way up out the streets at some point. Maybe Meech didn't care about stopping or being free from that shit at no point.
I got a question for you, Blue.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for you.
You said what happened?
When it
comes
when it comes to Rick Ross's record BMF, where he the name is BMF,
the name is
right?
BMF.
And then the first thing that he says out of his mouth basically is, "I think I'm Big
Meech."
Right? How much
directly reference BMF?
Right? How much do you think that song